assume that it's working this time. There you go. Welcome everyone to Season 6, round number 9, the final round here of Division 1. Currently, Cat on a lap coming out of Scary there. Final race for Division 1. Jug. The timing pits, I presume that's for a quali ban. Got one a long time ago that he didn't serve. So finally now he has served it. Tenkat will go fastest with a 19.7. Has behind of Tool. I think completing that lap, but maybe making a mistake towards the end. As Brummer goes up into P2, 20.5, 8 tenths off Tenkat. Who else have we got crossing the line? That's not Mamba, that's Dan. With a 19.4, so a good lap from Dan. Going 3 tenths quicker than his teammates. We have a McLaren coming around the final corner. That'll be Ryan. Can he get up there with the 2 AlphaTauris as he crosses the line? It's only going to be a 20.3. For a little bit of improvement there. Spath, it's a good lap from him at 19.7. Splitting the 2 AlphaTauris there. Now it's an Alfa Romeo that's going to be coming across the line. That is Fox, invalidated his lap though. So now it's Asian who will look towards, and he's going to go quicker than Dan by 8 thousandths of a second. So close gaps already. Asian with a good, strong first lap. Stav crosses the line, 20.1, but it's not come through. So I assume he invalidated it towards the end of his lap. Tool is going to come into the pits, as well as Tenkat, I believe it is. So who else do we have out there on a lap? Mamba comes around the final corner. And it is going to be our 19.8, puts him up into P5. As Dan into the pits. And Brummer, I assume as well, will find his way back into the pits. Ryan, has he? No, he's not come for another lap there. So who is on the lap? Fox is invalidated. And I don't think anyone else is really on the lap. Maybe Stav. Nope, he's invalidated as well. So I believe that no one's on the lap. I found a 10th up on his first sector. I think I missed him coming across the line, possibly. 8.9. To improve on that lap. Validation from Athen. In the end, he's not going to get the improvement that he needs. And so if a man come into the pits, then I will have nothing to talk about because no one will be in. Actually, let's talk about the stunts. We've got a bit of a break. Where are we? Division 1. So, Asian currently leading the way on 129. The only other person who's going to be able to compete with him is Tool. Currently on 120, so 9 points difference. 9 points difference, yes, that's English. Between Tool and Asian. If they were to tie, then Tool would get the benefit of having more wins. But a 9-point gap is quite a big gap. So it'll be interesting to see. Tool has only driven in 5 races this season, 4 wins and a 2nd place. Which is ridiculously impressive. And then Asian doing 7 races so far, including 3 wins and 6 podiums. In the constructors, Ferrari currently on 176 points. That is Asian and Spathis. And then has quite a way back on 123. Gap being 53 points, which would be out of reach. So that isn't quite going to work. As Dinks with a 5 grid place penalty for a collision with Mamba. No, that's not Mamba, that's Brum. Where's Mamba? Mamba's not even on a lap. So that could be a little bit of an unfair penalty there. As the Red Bull driver gets out on track. Interesting. Fox in the final corner to start his lap. The two Ferraris close together. There's Spathis and Asian. Maybe Spathis trying to give a little bit of a slipstream advantage to his fellow Red. To make sure he didn't get too close to the back of his teammate though. He doesn't want to take his teammate out as Fox retires on the right hand side. Will stay on board then with Spathis, who lets his teammate through, so he's just solely helping his teammate there. And on the track as well, on the right hand side, Fox's front right tyre has gone. Not a good sight. As Mamba opens his lap, Ryan as well. Do we have anyone coming around completing their laps? Brummer will complete this lap. 20.5 currently sat on. Good enough for P7. He's going to improve by 4.5 tenths up to a 20.1. Only going to bump him up the one position though. Up into P6 now. Tool opens his lap. You would expect to see him up there, especially in a championship fight. Dinks is back into the pits. Is that because he got a bit of wing damage from his collision? He didn't quite get to see that. As Dan crosses the line to open his lap. Here come the two Ferraris. Asian having that slipstream advantage from his Ferrari teammate, and that's going to give him an extra 2 tenths of a second. And the time is down to a 19.2, and I expect Spathis will be wanting the same thing back. Stav jumps up into P6 at 19.8. Shots in right behind his teammate. But can he find any more time though to jump ahead? He looks like he will. 2 tenths of improvement, 2.5 tenths of improvement, up to a 19.5 from Mamba. A strong run from him. Here comes Ryan up to the line. Can he find any improvement? He can find improvement, but not an improvement of position. As Tenkat comes across the line. That's a very good lap from Tenkat. Almost 3 tenths of improvement and 19.4. Jumps ahead of his teammate and up into the front row. Alongside Asian as Brummer into the pits at him. Tool. No help from slipstream from him. He doesn't even need it. A 19.1 from Tool. Not with the benefit of teammate, but he doesn't need it. He's still going to get up there. And Tool takes provisional pole. As Spathis comes around the final corner, he's not actually benefited from the slipstream, and he must have made a mistake, or has he? No, he has come across the line. I don't think he got given much slipstream by his teammate there. Still managed to find a tenth and a half improvement, and puts him up into a 19.5, only 2 thousandths behind Mamba. Close times between a lot of the drivers so far. Ryan, can he find any improvement? Just the final corner to go. And he has run out of fuel in the end. So let's complete that lap. Who do we have behind Tenkat? Just that lap, or is he going into a lap? Let's see, this is coming into the pits. Wesley hasn't set a lap so far. He's about to start his lap, and then in the background, Tool will be finding his way back into the pits. Athan with a 10th of improvement through the first 2 sectors. Just 1 corner to go to see if he can gain any more. Be careful on the throttle through there. Very easy to jump the gun and go too early and spin your car around. Athan currently sat in P10. He's going to stay in P10. 10th and a half improvement, but he's still quite a bit off the pace. He's 5 tenths of improvement to jump the next car. So yeah, in P10 currently. A lot of drivers not seeing lap times. That includes Wesley, Dinks, Drug, who retired, Brent, DMC and Fox, who also retired on track. As that's a car going slowly, that's spotted. Without any fuel. As he slowly trundles his way back into the pits. Wesley invalidates his lap. Which is not what you want to see. Athan hasn't got the DRS. Or the fuel, in fact, for another lap. Got just over 2/10 of improvement. It's not going to be enough for a change of position though, unless he found something through a Scari. With his fuel indicator on and normal GRS, I would expect him to come into the pits here. I would be surprised to see him continue, as into the pits he does come. So it's going to be a new set of tyres. Wesley set 20 flat, invalidated lap though. He's going for it again. He's not got my GRS here. 26.8. I don't know how that compares. I haven't seen anyone else's first sector time so far. But nice and smooth though through that chicane. Through to Esmo 1. Right up to the track limit, so we're going to him actually. Again, nice and tight with that exit. Towards the end of the middle sector. Otherwise it's going to be flat. I think he's recharging his ERS here. Looks like he's pushing at the same time though, so I'm not quite sure. His ERS seems to have gone up quite a lot. The lap altogether doesn't look too bad. Surely he's recharging. The ERS is going up. I think he was recharging, as he does now come into the pit. That was quite confusing. That stinks. He's lost his whole wing, and he's not even on a lap. What has he done there? Nice, vibrant, big helmet. Didn't help him drive. As that is going to be his session over as well. As Brent retires in the pits as well, so he's another driver to not set a lap. Another driver's not setting a lap here. As into all he goes. Yep, fair enough. Again, they're two Ferraris. Look how close they are to each other here. Got a World Asian here. Stab now retires. License for the top. Strange place to retire. Unless that's Mamba. It's not Mamba. So what's going on there? Asian is let pass by his teammate. I go on board to see what's happened there. He's gone now, so I'll never know what happened to him there. Asian left that 2/10 up already. He hasn't even completed the first sector. How does that make sense? 9 thousandths up. That would have been his previous lap, wouldn't it? Yeah. 9 thousandths up through the first sector then, so it's not. Well, I suppose he hasn't really got much to compare it to, as he did have it on the last lap as well. He just needs to find that extra 10. He has a chance of getting tooled. Middle sector split is not enough, it needs to be a good Ascari. He's out nice and wide. He could have attacked that more, I would have thought. But has he found the improvement he needs to find? A little bit of understeery on entry through there. But as he comes up to the line, can Asian do anything about Tool's lap time? No, he can't. He finds 600ths of improvement, but it's not enough to beat Tool. And Tool, as long as no one else can beat him, which it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to do. Dan goes on to his lap here. Ryan, I think, will be the first driver. He's invalidated his lap, though. Wesley is starting his lap now. Who else have we got? 10 Cat. He's down on his time. And he's still down. But this is got to be his lap. Neither McLaren driver has made it. So Wesley hasn't set a time either. Can Tenkat, possibly one of the few that might challenge Tool here, given it's a very strong lap. Here comes Tenkat up to the line. Can he get anywhere near Tool's time? He can find a tenth of improvement, but it's still 2 tenths off. Remember, can he do anything about it? 9 thousandths down. In the first 2 sets, he finds a bit of time at the end. Not enough to jump ahead of Dan, though. It's only P5 for him. Tool comes across the line, and he can find even more time. 12 thousandths of a second. It's not quite going to be a 118. 118. It's going to be a 119.106. Agent, there's nothing he can do. Spathis can't find the improvement he needed, and that is qualifying done. Tool takes pole, and Agent settles for P2, and then the 2 AlphaTauris will follow. So there is your order for the Italian Grand Prix. It's Tool on pole, Asian P2, Tenkat P3, Dan P4, Mamba 5, Spathis, Stav, Brummer, Ryan, Athan rounds out the top 10. And then Wesley, Dinks, Jug, Brent, DMC and Fox. None of them set a lap time. Dinks with that 5 grid place penalty as well. That will drop him to the back of the grid. As we wait to get underway for the start. See if anyone's readied up, and if we... No, it's not going to work. Okay. I guess we'll have to wait and see for the tyres. I assume the one stop, it all depends on the safety cars. There's definitely a good chance of there being one. Why are the mechanics stood inside each other? Why are they standing like they... No, I don't know. Anyway, timer is up. Let's see. No, okay, it's gonna... There you go. And the formation lap is underway. I don't want you. I want you. So, hards for Tool, mediums for Asian. So they have split strategies, obviously not on purpose. And that's going to be interesting. The 2 AlphaTauris going for hards. I think 5th and 6th of Mamba and Spathis going on mediums. As Dinks already disqualified. It's not been a good start to this Grand Prix from him. Jug and Wesley now disqualified as well. And that is a little bit interesting. Now we'll be starting with cold tyres. Stav, Brummer and Ryan all on the hards, then Athan mediums, Wesley hards, Jug on the softs. Interesting to see what you can do with that. Brent on the mediums, DMC on hards, Fox on mediums, and Dinks starting back up the grid on the mediums. Around to Parabolica. Nice shot of all the cars in the background. This shot's getting nice. Never mind, we're not going to get a nice view of that because my camera work is awful. Okay. See the 3 stranded cars there, they'll be starting not only with cold tyres but a little bit further back as well. Tool a little bit further back on its grid slot. Maybe we would have wanted, although it's the end of the world, I can't remember. Oh my god, I forgot how to change camera. Okay, there you go. Hang on for a second now. As we look to get underway, it's Tool versus Asian for the front row. And we're underway for the Italian Grand Prix. It's a good start from Asian on those medium tyres. As we get underway, and Asian already trying to get to the inside line. Tool's trying to push him over to that right hand side. Who's going to be later braking? Asian still holding that inside line. Tool now gets the inside line, but it's Asian on the outside on those medium tyres. It's going to be a run down into the chicane. No slipstream, no DRS, just a run of ERS deployment and straight line speed. As into the braking zone they go. Tool trying to hold that inside line. It's still side by side. There's almost contact. Tool goes off, dips a wheel in the gravel, and Asian is through. And Tame Cat capitalises on that opportunity, and he moves up into P2 as well. Tool, with all of that, drops down to P3 as he tried fighting for the lead of the race. Spathis knows this is a huge opportunity for him. If he can get ahead of Tool, he can hold him up and let Asian get away with this race. Mamba gets the move on Brummer. Nice and comfortable move through there. Fox moving ahead of Wesley as well. A good start from Fox as we switch to the position change. So Asian and Tame Cat both up one. Here comes Tool though. He's already looking for a move back, and he's already going to get it. Tool moves back up into P2. Tame Cat straight back down into P3, but he might fancy a move back here. A much higher ERS, as I realised I didn't want that turned on. As here comes Spathis going for a move on Tame Cat. So what a start from Spathis as he tries to go down the inside. Good driving, which I seem to have only seen so far. That's a McLaren a little bit stranded on the curb there. That's Ryan making a bit of a mistake. Stav's going to try and go down the inside of him, and he's comfortably going to get the move. Jug isn't quite close enough. No soft tyres, gaining him 2 positions so far. As now Brent down the inside of Jug. Has to go off track, and it's the same thing that happened to Tool. You go off track there. Fox gets the opportunity. Brent's going to try and hold it around the outside though. A little bit of contact, thankfully nothing major. As they get their way through. Fox up 4 positions so far at the start of this race. He's going to sense an opportunity on Jug here possibly. Those soft tyres for Jug you would expect to work, but look at the understeer he's got. Has he got a broken wing on that left side? I wasn't quite able to tell. Who's that in the background going off? That's DMC in the wall. Lucky. There's no way he's got away without wing damage there. It looks like that's the case. No wing damage. Go on the Mercedes driver. I don't know how he's gotten away with that. As Jug is going to come into the pit, so he does have wing damage. There's no way Jug's being that slow on the soft tyres. As Stav gets the move on Brummer. Brummer trying to look for a move back around the outside. Stav leaves the room, but Brummer in the end backs out of it. Now Ryan goes side by side as Brummer spins around actually on the inside. Don't get beached on the curb. On that inside line. Maybe trying to be nice to Stav there. Taking a more inside line and spun around. As Brent gets the move on Ryan now, as Dinks as well. To get the move on Ryan. Ryan's falling down the order a little bit here. We've got more yellow flags in the background. That's Brummer again. He's gone around, facing the wrong way as well. He's got to be careful not to spin it again. It can just get too frustrating as he's going off the track then. Wasn't quite enough then. Good close on the back instead of Finny Dinks. He gets the move on Ryan. Those high tyres for Ryan just not working well. As Dinks moves up into the top 10. And the driver ahead of him is now Brent. DRS is now enabled. Tool doing a good job so far. Staying within a second of Asian, despite the tyre difference. So good job from him as Ryan gets the move straight back on Dinks. As Athan goes for a move on Wesley, rocks up a little bit. Now with outside line, doesn't get a better exit though. Wesley holds on. As down the chicane they go. Those hard tyres just struggling at the moment for some drivers. See there, a little mistake from Ryan on exit. Not enough for Dinks to go for a move. Just stepping out on the McLaren. The DRS is open. Ooh, as that was very close to a spin then from Dinks. Talking about a spin, Brent's gone around. And he is out of the race, and we have a full course safety car. As he just knew it was going to happen. This corner always has to take someone. Unfortunately for Brent, it is himself. As we see, the first pit is already Dan Mamba Fox into the pits. Interesting that Dan's coming. That's going to be a medium strat now from here, which is fair enough. Wesley in, Fox in, Mamba, Dan's rejoining on mediums. Mamba and Fox on the hards, and then Wesley on the mediums. That's for a front wing change as well. That could explain why he was a little bit slow. DMC into the pits. That's a front wing change for him as well, so maybe he did pick up a little bit of wing damage with that spin. Brummer now up into P12 and Joe back up into P13. He gets past Wesley coming out of the pits. So Spathis is now right behind Tool as well, which could be interesting. Tool is in a Ferrari sandwich here. I can tell you now, that's not where he wants to be at the moment. Wait for the leaders to come around. Is anyone going to come into the pits? That's the fourth one come in. He seems to be there, purely to help his teammate. Which is fair enough. Don't blame Dinks for staying out. Athan staying out. And then the rest will stay out as well. Most coming in. Brummer and Chug will be staying out. Anyway, I assume, unless they feel a desire to come in. Safety car looks like it'll be coming in next lap. for these boys to catch up. I would believe that we are coming in this lap, which we are, so Asian will be the one to dictate the pace here. Where's he gonna go? He's already coming out of Parabolica now. Can't all react in time. There we go. Asian gets us back racing here. Good restart as well. Tool not close enough to challenge for a move into turn 1. Is anyone close enough for a move? Jug's already dropping down a lot of positions there. As in the background we got some side-by-side action. That's 3 wide into turn 1, and that's a couple of people cutting across the track. Dan is one of them as Spathis gets past Tool. So Spathis, I didn't see that one coming, but that's crucial. Gets the move on Tool. Thinking about a send down the inside, backs out of it in the end. Too busy watching all the chaos down in the back. Dan's having to let go of some positions as Brummer cuts the corner. Who has to have behind? That's Dinks in the wall. In the background, DMC up into P11. What a restart from him. Wesley's going to try and challenge that though into the second Lesmo. He's going to back out of it in the end. As Tool drops down to P3, he's trying to push to get the move back. He goes deep into Ascari though. It's going to cost him a lot of time. This could be crucial. How this championship plays out. Tool not only needs to beat Asian, he needs Asian to finish down in the order. But remember the gap, I'm pretty sure it's 9 points. Going on in the background. DMC with a 3-second time penalty, I assume. For cutting corners, there's 3 wide almost through there. As they scramble for positions. Jug moves up into P10. DMC still on his left hand side. There's a bit of contact though from Brummer and Wesley ends up in the wall. A crash going down a straight basically. Dan and Dinks are in the pits. They will be fortunate. But coming down the straight, bit of a sloppy incident really. Brummer and Wesley, contact on the straight is not what you'd expect to see. And Wesley in the end, retiring from the race. We're back to a full course safety car. Are we going to see some of these when it comes to the pits? I presume we will. Agent's not though, Agent's staying out. Buckets will stay out as well. Stav comes into the pits. Upland is staying out as well, so no medium runners into the pits there. We have had 2 safety cars in 10 laps, so that would perhaps make you think there is going to be another safety car. Dan back into the pits again. It's a bit Stav from PMC. Dinks was already in anyway, and Dan. The only one with a penalty so far. I believe that was for cutting turn 1. Could be wrong about that though. Dan going to catch up quick enough here? For a safety car in this lap, it would be quite late. Although it does like to go very slowly through Ascari, so maybe he catches up here. Up just a little bit too late, so he's going to go all the way out for another lap. we go, safety car is coming in this lap. So Scarlet Ferrari's leading the way. On the medium tyres though. I would have thought they would have taken the opportunity there to come into the pits. With 15 laps remaining. It's a good opportunity to do so, unless they're expecting a later safety car. That was an interesting line from somewhere in the background. I don't quite know who it was, but it was interesting. As you can see, Spathis again playing the team game. And why would he not? He's hanging back here from Asian. Asian goes. Spathis isn't going to challenge him at all. Tools. Not a good restart from him. Even worse from 10Cat. No one was expecting a restart that early. And Ryan already right on the back of 10Cat here. Surely he's got to go for the move into turn 1. 10Cat forces him the long way around. There's a bit of a squeeze to the outside, and Ryan in the end has to back out of it. May try and get a better exit here. That good power gets blocked from 10Cat though. Drove into the back of him, stopped his progress, thinks he's into the pits. For a reason I'm not quite sure why. Not a good restart from 10Cat. He does manage to hold off Ryan for the time being though, both on the same strategy. Right through Lesmo 1. Now coming up to Lesmo 2. Why is he coming to the pits? I can only assume for a front wing change. There would be no other reason why he needed to come in. As Monza goes onto the back of Fox. Fox goes onto the back of Atham here. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. See how parabolical they go. Got a line there from Fox. He's right on Atham's gearbox, and he might have a good opportunity here. Burning the RS Stab with the fastest lap of the race so far. Fox, there wasn't much room on the inside, but he's still going to go for it on that inside line. And it's a move from Fox. He goes into the back of Ryan. Thankfully for him, Ryan manages to catch it, and there's no damage done. Maybe a little bit of time lost, but nothing major. A little bit of a scary moment there from Foxes. He's getting moved, picking Brummer, looking to the inside of Dan, and then backs out of it. Never going to go for a move there. It's totally very close on the back. Not Spathis here. These hard tyres should be coming into a better window for him here. Spathis is losing that DRS range to his teammate. Remember, Tool, not only needs to be agent, he needs to outscore him by 9 points. He needs to win the championship. Spathis in the way, that's going to be difficult to do. But 10Cat, Ryan and Fox. Fox actually made a pit stop already as Tool. No, it's Asian coming into the pits. So, Asian comes into the pits. That's going to be for hard tyres. With a 5-second time penalty between and speeding in the pit lane. That means Spathis now takes control of this race. How much he's going to try and back Tool up here. He might just try and drive on his own racer truck, and Stab goes side by side. A little bit of contact through turn 1. Very difficult to not make contact through there, as Mamba doesn't have his front left end plate there. Not quite sure when that happened. But here comes DMC to the right hand side, and I don't think Mamba's going to make that too difficult for him, as here comes Stab, possibly for a move there as Dan. That's a little bit late on the brakes there, as now there's more contact, and somehow they survived that. I saw DMC going very sideways there into Mamba. Maybe a little bit of contact prior to that, as that all looked a little bit scary in the end. Dan the only one to lose time, and that was all on his own. Stuck like Dan, he's going to try and get the move on Mamba. That's a very interesting Ascari through there. That will definitely be a warning. But he does get the move. Now it's going to be Mamba who picks up the penalty in the end, despite being overtaken. And a little bit too wide there, as Spathis will now come into the pits. He releases Tool, but he makes his pit stop. And now Tool really needs to put in some qualifying laps here on hard. It's not easy to do. As here comes Ryan. Fox goes defensive. Ryan's going to try and send it around the outside. He's going to have to back out of that one though. Good defense from Fox, nice and clean. And Ryan smart enough to know the right idea is just to back out there and live to fight for another day. Spathis is going to come out. I'd assume he's going to be tight here. I think Spathis has to lift a little bit extra to make sure he comes out behind his teammate there, which is interesting. This could give Tool an opportunity to come into the pits here and possibly be challenging Asian. Seeing what's happened there as Brummer retires. And it's a full course safety car. And that's going to screw the Ferraris over. After they've just made a pit stop. Brummer on the right hand side. Whether there was contact or whether he's done that all on his own, Tool won't care. Because everyone can just get a free pit stop here. The gap is 15 seconds from Dan to Asian. Even that might be an easy pit stop there to get back out ahead. And surely they have to take this opportunity. There's no way you don't take it. Tool is into the pits. Tenkat into the pits. Just make sure you don't speed. That's all you gotta do. Ryan into the pits. Chug into the pits. Stav's gonna stay out. He's gonna lead a lap here. Interesting to see. DMC about slowing it down in time. So Stav, I can only assume, is predicting another safety car. Not a bad decision. You would expect to see another one as Tool is going to rejoin in P3. Tenkat going to rejoin P4. Here come the Ferraris. Where are they going to get up to? It's going to be tight between Asian and Tenkat, but Tenkat's going to get it. And that could be crucial. Spathis just about getting behind his teammate. And let's just take a second. Because I believe, let's assume Dan and Stav still need to make another pit stop. And that they will drop behind. I'm just going to do another quick check. 9 points is the gap. Unless Asian picks up fastest lap. If Tool was to win and Asian was to get P3, even if he got fastest lap, Tool would win championship. And with Asian being on older, harder compounded tyres, you would expect these mediums to be a lot better. Spathis, all he can do is just defend from those behind and just hope that his teammate can get a move on Tenkat. Or one of these drivers picks up a penalty. Obviously, I'm not excluding the fact that Stav and Dan can make it to the end. It is possible. It would be a very difficult stint. Let's have a look actually what the predicted stint is. As for Monza, here's number 1, it's number 19. The predicted medium length is 15 laps, and that is right on the edge, so that would be a difficult stint for these two, but with the safety cars we've had, it could be possible. It would be tight towards the end as DMC and Joe exchanging positions. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm pretty sure DMC was in P10 before. Not quite sure if he has got past Sugar. I'm assuming he's not. This is going to be an interesting end here. So who's going to win it? we look to get back into racing here. Dimps catching up a little bit late. Needs the safety cars. Come in with not much notice, and I guess Stav a difficult opportunity, you thought. Being Aston Martin teammates with the safety car, that it would help him out a little bit, but apparently not. Stav, I assume, has gone. Yes, he has. And Dan, he's been caught a little bit off guard there. Despite it being late, and Tool already looking for an opportunity, dips out of the slipstream maybe a little bit too early there. Surely he's got to go for the move to turn 1. He can't quite do it though. Instead, Tenkat's going to try and go for it. And Asian's going to get pushed a little bit wide there. Spathis isn't going to go for a move on his teammate. He's just going to try and defend from those behind. As Ryan with a good opportunity on Fox already, trying to go around the outside. That will turn into the inside. For the next chicane, a little bit of contact between the two of them. Nothing too major though. As into the break zone, Ryan, that's very late from him. And Spathis has to cut the chicane to get away without any contact there. Deep from Ryan. Spathis doing a very good job there actually to avoid it. Cutting the chicane, if he has picked up a warning from that, I presume that will get removed after. If he was to get a penalty. Saw that Ryan broke way too late. Managed to swerve out of the way. Still not able to get a move yet on Dan. He knows he needs to do it soon. He's burning ERS. Stop Asian as well knows this is important. He needs to get as close to his opponent as possible. Fox will get the move back on Ryan comfortably into Parabolica. Ryan not wanting to fight that too hard, not going, wants to go side by side too much. He goes a little bit wide through the final corner. Here comes Tool though, looking for a move on Dan as Jug. Is that Jug? I think might have made a mistake there. Here comes Tool. Not quite close enough. He might just have to be patient here. As that's late break from Danny, almost goes a little bit too deep there. Tool's going to try and send it around the outside, and that's exactly what he does. Amazing racecraft there from Tool. As he goes all the way around the outside, spots the mistake from Dan, and he moves up into P2. Is Dan going to let his teammate go through here? It's a little bit far back to do that just yet. But Tool moves up into P2, and now he's only got Stav ahead of him. No DRS for him. Asian, good corner through there. Asian might have a good opportunity here. They're getting past Tenkat. Tenkat's trying to defend it. I think he's going to successfully do so as well. As Tool closing into the back of Stav here. Getting close. All he needs to be is patient here. And the P1 is his. Spathis picks up a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Asian. Is he going to try and go for a move into Parabolica? Not quite close enough, but he is getting very close. Look at that through there. Right on the gearbox of Tenkat. But here comes Tool for the lead of the race. And Stav's not even going to defend it. No need to defend it. As he moves down to P2. Dan pushing as well to see if he can get the move. He's going to send it down the inside. Can Stav defend? As you would expect, clean defending from Stav, and he is going to hold on. Good defending from Stav there. And Dan can't quite find a way past it. It's Asian looking for a move into the chicane. He's going to try and go for it. Late braking. There's a bit of contact, and Asian almost spinning around, manages to catch it. But Tenkat will hold on to that position. And this is painful for Asian. He knows his rival is currently leading the way. You can see on his timing screen on the top left, of his screen I should say, Fox only a tenth away from Spathis here. Spathis with that time penalty as well is going to be costly. All he needs to do though is just keep defending. It's wide from Spathis though, as he's trying to push, trying to find that extra time, but those hard tyres not giving him the grip he needs. Stav, was he close enough to DRS there? Looked very tight. He's crossed the point there. He's not going to get it. He is going to get it, in fact, a little bit later than I thought. Stav just about gets the DRS. And he's just going to want to try and hang on to Tool. That's not an easy job to do. As he does dropped over a second behind. Asian, it's just those hard tyres. Maybe if he was on mediums, he would have found his way through. But on those hards, there's really not much he can do. Still around a second. Stav's doing a good job here to stay within. But can he do enough? I don't think he quite can. Did he get it? No, he didn't this time. So Stav didn't get DRS. He's got a little bit less DRS as well compared to those around him. And now this is just going to be struggle town for Stav. He tries to defend those behind him. 5 laps remaining in this race as Jug finding his way through the pack here. He's up into P7 now as he gets a move on Fox. Trying to fight his way back up the order. Spathis ahead. He will be the one trying to get past. Here comes Dan already looking for a move on Stav. Already getting a position before the braking zone. Dan moves up into P2. Stav down into P3. I would predict this is just what we're going to see for the next 5 laps. Tool is going to keep pulling that gap out little by little. And Stav and Dan are probably just going to exchange positions here, unless Asian can try and go for a move. He knows he needs to get it. He knows he needs to send it with a good exit there. He might just send it to the inside into Lesmo 1. Down the inside. It's tight through there. There's a bit of contact. And Asian has to back out of it. Nothing he can do. He's still going to get a good run though. And he's all over the back of Tenkat. To the inside for Asian. Tenkat squeezing him to the inside line. He's not leaving any more room. Down into Ascari side by side. There's a bit of contact, but still Tenkat holds on. Still he holds on to that position. He picks up a time penalty by doing so though. The gap's now a second up ahead. He's going to push to try and get within DRS. Spathis down the inside though. Gets the move on his teammate. So Spathis up into P5. He's going to crash though. Almost catches it just about. So Spathis, he's been helping his teammate throughout this entire race, overtakes him finally, and then almost spins out. And I think that was a really good catch from him to make sure he didn't spin around and retire. He does now drop down to P8. Chug is right on the back of his teammate here as... What's happened here? Has Fox and Spathis collided? We have a safety car. Fox is in the wall. I saw Fox drop down all the way to the back, but I think Spathis as well dropped a little bit. He's got no front right end plate, and that could be why. Maybe there's a bit of contact between Spathis and Fox, but the safety car is out with 3 laps remaining. No one's going to box, surely. It's too late for any of that. Unless Asian does. Maybe he just needs to try something different. He needs to finish P2 here. He can get Tenkat. He's got a penalty. Doesn't need to worry about that. He needs to worry about Stav and Dan though. They are the 2 to worry about. Does come into the pits. Nope, I'm lying. Spathis is into the pits. So is DMC, that's fair enough. They are down the order. They're not going to lose many positions anyway. Fox as well into the pits for a fresh set of soft tyres. So no matter what, could be in at the end of this lap. If it's not, then it's just a 1 lap shootout to the end. So I presume it will come in at the end of this lap no matter what. It does like to do that sometimes. We'll have to wait and see. safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap, so these three need to make sure they catch up in time. This is going to be an important restart for Tool. If he loses the position here, he could lose the championship. No DRS is going to be in play. 7 lap pressure tyres for Tool. Those medium tyres on Dan and the Stav are going to be worn. Tool, as long as he holds that position into turn 1, you'd expect him to go and win it. And he's gone straight away, so before the entry of Parabolica as well, and it's a good restart from Tool. He's going to hold on into turn 1, I'm sure of it. And it's just going to be everyone going at the same speeds, because everyone's going to be burning all of their ERS. As Spathis gets the move on Afan in the background, are we going to see any moves into turn 1? No one's close enough to do anything. As Asian tries to position himself for a good exit, but on those hard tyres, there's just nothing he can do. We come down into the chicane. Asian is not close enough again. Needs to find some way of getting up, even if that means getting a warning. I'm not quite sure how many warnings he's on. He's got to just take the hit of a warning here to try and get the move up the order. Tool has got away from Dan already. The gap's 1.1 seconds. As we come up to the final corner, yellow flags in the background. Been an incident somewhere. A couple of guys going slowly. I think Dinks and Afan have been involved. But we start the final lap, and Tool is leading the way by 1.1 seconds. The fastest lap for DMC. Fast lap isn't going to matter for any of these top drivers. Spathis going side by side, I think, in the background. Asian getting so close to the back of Tenkat. He knows he's got to go for it. This is final chance, but he can't do anything stupid, obviously. And I don't see how Asian's going to do it here. Into the chicane, not a way through there. Still just going to have to sit back. Mamba gets the move on Jug as they both hop over the track. Ryan's sliding as well in the background. I think Ryan and Mamba are going side by side. Ryan almost pushes Mamba off the track there, as Fox finds a way through as well. It's his last opportunity, really, if he wants a chance of winning the title. He's got to be here. He's got to be here, but he's not going to do it. Tenkat's close on the back of Stav. But Tool, at the end of the day, no one could challenge him. A 2.2 second gap in 2 laps. Against some of the quickest drivers, of course he'd do it. Of course he'd do it. Tool comes across the line. He wins season number 6 of DTR, division number 1. Takes the win in Italy. Dan will take a very respectable P2. Stav will round out the podium as well. Asian, in the end, P4 for him. The strategy just didn't work in the end. A safety car, as soon as he came out of the pits, screwed him over and screwed over his chances. He was fighting people on a better compound for that final half of the race, and there was nothing he could do. And in the end, Tool takes his 5th win of the season. 5 out of 7 races he's driven in, he's won. So what a season from the Haas driver. Ferrari in the end will pick up the constructors, so that's something for Asian to be happy about. Himself and Spathis, despite not an amazing day today, they'll be happy with the season. I don't know if it was Asian to lose for the first half of that race until he got screwed over by that strategy. And there was nothing you could do from there on. Did a good enough job, really, to finish in P4. But it's Tool who wins the championship. And that is it for Division 1. And I would predict to see many people getting off and deleting this game straight away. And I don't blame them. But anyway, that is DTR Season 6, Division number 1. And that has been me, and we will see you next time.